Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus. The Refuas, Reb Rafael Chaim Dov ben Risa Shoshana, and Reb David Henach Mordechai ben Frida Simcha, and the schus Moshe Yehuda ben Peshadina. They should all have bracha v'hatzlacha b'chol maaseh yedeim. We're going to continue our series of shiurim in the Sefer Amari Pachad Yitzchak on Sukkos. We're now in Maimer Yud Aleph. In the Gemara in Moed Katan, Daf Yud Beis, Amid Aleph, it says that Asom, they made the halachas of Chol HaMoed kehilchos kusim, like the halachas of the kusim. What does that mean? So that means kehalachos akuros she'en lemeidim zo mizo. Like halachas, uprooted halachas, you can't learn one from the other. Just like the kusim, you can't learn one from the other. Some they keep, some they don't keep. So too, hilchos Chol HaMoed, you can't learn one from the other. And the inyan is that just like b'tzad kedusha, there's adifus b'choik legabe mishpat limal yusa, which means that there is a preference in the world of kedusha for a chok over a mishpat, because a chok we do even though we don't understand the reason, and that in a certain sense is greater than doing a mishpat where we understand the reason. So too on the tzad of tumah. There's an adifus, there's a preference for a chok, agabei mishpat, li greusa, that it's worse. The chok is worse than the mishpat. Rashi explains in Moed Katan, halachas akuras she'en lemeidim zu mizu, umay de'achzik achzik, umay de'lo yachzik lo achzik. What they kept, what they don't keep, they don't keep. Ein lemeidim zu mizu. Based on Gemara in Chulin and Daf Daled. And that's begeder chok, b'tzad kfira. There's no mahalach b'seichel. This yes, there's not. There's no tam b'svara. That's in the tzad of tumah. It doesn't make sense. It's terrible. Just like in the tzad emunah, the chok encapsulates within it more emunah than mishpat. So too b'tzad kfira, chok b'li tam v'svara is more kfira than mishpat, which has a mahalach of kfira. Chok, that they just have kfira that makes no sense. It's worse than mishpat. At least you have some mahalach, some logic. Chok, there's no logic to the kfira. All kfira are wrong. But there should be some seichel behind it. No seichel is worse. Now, kol gzeres chachamim that are rooted in the pasuk, u'shmartim es mishmarti, to make a mishmeres, a guarding, those are begeder mishpat, because being shomer the chok is a mishpat. So therefore, it turns out that we lack the geder of chok in a different divrei sofrim. Divrei sofrim makes sense. The rabbis say makes sense. And therefore, they made the Yisr Malach of Chol HaMoed this geder of chok b'divrei sofrim. Because the divrei sofrim of Chol HaMoed come from a specific source. Only Chol HaMoedik. As we see in Moed Katan and Chagigah Yud Ches Amud Aleph, Masr na'kotzav la'chachamim, lo yimar lecha eize malacha asura ve'eize muteres. So since there's no geder shmira, it could be that there's going to be a madrega of chok. If it's to guard what the Torah says, so that's begeder mishpat. That makes sense. But the halachas of Chol HaMoed can have a mahalach of being a chok, because they just gave over to the rabbis what's mutter and what's aser. It has its own specific source, and that could be a chok. We don't have to understand the reason. And that's what Chamim say, that the asom, the hilchos Chol HaMoed, hilchos kusim, akuros hem, that you can't compare one to the other. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes mutter, sometimes aser. There's no mahalach in svara. So it's begeder chok b'divrei sofrim, just like hilchos kusim are begeder chok. Zelu mazeh b'kfira b'divrei sofrim. In other words, these kusim didn't accept the words of the rabbis. So Keneged that, we have words of rabbis that are chok, Contrast that. They have their chok when they listen, when they sometimes they keep it, sometimes they don't keep it. So too, b'divrei sofrim, there's also a chok. Hilchos Chol HaMoed. And that's the contrast. That's what the Gemara says. Asom kilchos kusim. Continue Maimer Yud Beis, which was said on Leil Shmini Atzeres. V'yisach samech, like the Gemara in Pesachim, Ayin Aleph, l'rabos leili yom tov achron. The Yisach samech, that comes to include the last day of Yontif, the Rabbis Yom Tov Achron. The last day of Yontif is Simcha. It's well known what the Gra says, that normally an Ach is a mute. Here Ach is a riboy, the Rabbis Yom Tov Achron. That in the last day there's Simcha. So what's the mute? The miyut is because the whole Yontiv, we have other mitzvahs, we have Sukkot, we have Lulav, and on Shmini Atzeres, all we have is Simcha. That's the miyut. But Soif Kol Sof, the Simcha on Shmini Atzeres was said as a miyut. And the explanation is, based on what it says, that Oirech HaLuchos, Shisha Tfachim, Shnei Tfachim b'yadu shel Moshe, Shnei Tfachim b'yadu shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shnei Tfachim b'emtza. The luchas were 6 tvachim, 2 in the hands of Moshe, 2 in the hands of God, and 2 in the middle. Yerushalmi Tainus. Look at the Maharal in the Sefer HaTiferes, who explains, Ki HaTorah yesh b'shloisha chalok, the Torah has 3 parts. Chukim em ne'elamim v'nistarim legamrei. Chukim are completely hidden. Ha'edu shem gam kein ne'elamim, lam no sam l'adam, az yedav yavin o salam itosam, rak tzrichim lo diosam eilov. Mishpatim mitzvah sidum. So we have chukim, edus, and mishpatim. Chukim are completely beyond us. Edus are hidden, but you can teach them to man. And mishpatim are understood. Are comprehensible mitzvahs. Mitzvahs that we can comprehend, we can understand. And we also have a Beis the Maharal brings, the beginning of Bab Metzia. Zenot al ad makom shiyato magas, zenot al ad makom shiyato magas, v'ashar cholkim b'shavet. 2 people holding on to Metzia, so one person gets to where he's holding, the other person gets to where he's holding, and in the middle they split it up. So these are the 3 dargas in Asagas HaTorah. You have in Torah you have the chukim. Those are the 2 tefachim in the hands of Hashem. You have the Edus, which is in the middle. And you have the Mishpatim, which are the 2 tefachim in the hands of Moshe. And these are the 3 dargas in Asagas HaTorah, Yagati Umatzasi, Megillah, Vav, I told and I understood. Siyata Dishmaya, where God helps you. And then Megalan Lo Razei Torah, revealing to you the secrets of Torah. Pirkei Avos Perak Vav, Yagati Umatzasi. These are the 2 tefachim in the hands of Moshe. Mitzad Ha'adam Atzmo. Man toils. Magan Lo Razei Torah, that's in the hands of God, revealing you the secrets of Torah. Siyata Dishmaya is admitted in the middle. So you can have a Hechi Timtzi of 2 people who had the same Nachas Ruach, the same Maisa that gave them Nachas Ruach. But Reuven was much happier than Shimon. Because Reuven is a Baal Atzmius Shel Simcha. Which means that for Shimon, what happened made him happy. For Reuven, it was more than that. What happened was Ma'orer, his Atzmius of Simcha. And even this Tzeiruf has 2 ofanim. The first ofan is when the Siba is Ma'orer the Atzmius, but you can still recognize the Pu'ula and the Shechashibas of the Siba, of what caused this specific Simcha. But in the ofan Hasheni, when the Siba is Po'elas, Le'oyer Gilui Atzmius, Sometimes it arouses the atzmius of Simcha, the essential Simcha within Ruvain. You don't see the Siba at all, and it's completely swallowed up by the Simcha. By the atzmius of Simcha. You don't see the Siba anymore. You don't see the reason. Because Ruvain is a freiliche mensch. He's such a Simcha dike mensch that this Siba just brought out that natural Simcha, and the natural Simcha swallowed it up. And therefore the siyata in Talmud Torah, which you don't have in other chachmas, because the sinas haTorah is matan atzmius. Rosh Tevas of Anoichi is ananavshik savas yahavis kiviyachol nimkorim, like the Medrash says. The atzmius of Hashem was given over kiviyachol in the Torah. Mashiach shar chachmas, chachmas chitzonios, so it's outside of God. Brachas nunches achachmei soal baruch shecholak mein chachmas oreb. Chamei osam shenosan cholak it's chelek mimenu. No, he just gave it to them. Torah is chokhmas pnimis. Other chokhmas are called chokhmas chitzonios. They're external. And therefore there's siyata b'talmud Torah because the siba is ma'orer the atzmius. The yagiyah b'Torah is ma'orer the hashpah of Hashem from his atzmius. And when you're in a case where the siba is megala the atzmius, you can get, if you're learning properly and you get to the atzmius itself, and that the atzmius swallows up the siba, you can get to the madreg of Megalan Lo Razei Torah. Then you get mamish to the depths of the secrets of Torah. And we also have madregas and simcha. We have ivdu es Hashem b'simcha. That parallels Yagati u'matzasi. You're serving God with simcha. Then you have Sas anoichel l'masecha kamotzi shalol rav. That's parallel to Siyata Dishmaya. Because that's, I'm happy with your words, like finding a booty. So that's already a Siyata Dishmaya. He went to win, did what he had to do, and he found the shalom. And then Simchut Tzadikim B'Shem, Tilum Tzadi Zayin Yud Beis, that's Lumas Megan Lo Razei Torah. Kumoken Bizmanim. Right, the Simchut Tzadikim B'Shem is Megala the Razei Torah. That's without even avoda. They're just happy with Hashem. He revealed to them the secrets of Torah. And so too in the Zmanim, Moadim l'Simcha is all the Moadim. Zman Simchaseinu, it's a time of Simcha. Nachmer, even more than the regular Moed, that's Sukkos. V'yisa ach someach is Shmini Atzeres. And we see that if there's less of a Siba, the Simcha gets deeper. V'yisa ach someach, all there is Simcha. Because then the Simcha doesn't need a Siba. And that's why Shmini Atzeres was Misrab l'Simcha derech miut. You don't need Sibas anymore. There's a Gilui of the Atzmius of Simcha, of Simchut Tzadikim B'Hashem. That intimate meal Chazal talk about, just me and you. Simcha B'Hashem, us and Hashem, on Shmini Atzeres. Unbelievable. Okay. Siyata Dishmaya, we were Zelchet to learn some Chashuv Inyanim at Simcha, and also about the Hilchos Chol HaMoed, Kfira, Emuna, Kedusha. And we should be Zelchet Mit Hashem to continue. Lilmod Ulamid, Lishma V'las, L'kayim is called Divrei Salmo Torah, Amen v'Amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest, most beloved friends.